Hey everyone, Kaylee Griffin here in Ohio City at Saucy Brew Works, joined by Eric Anderson, the owner and brewmaster here. Eric, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, great to be here. Thanks for having me.
The Cleveland Cavaliers and Saucy Brew Works have a pretty special partnership. How and when did that begin?
So it started early last year with our partnership with the Monsters, which is an awesome organization, and just kind of naturally blossomed into a partnership with the Cavs, talking to the higher people there, and they're like, hey, do you want to do this? I think it's a smart idea, we should do this. So it was a natural progression for us.
How have you seen it evolve, in particular with the Cavaliers?
So I mean, they're an organization that the hometown team for us that is always evolving, always changing, making themselves better. We kind of do the same thing with our beer. So they're upgrading this queue with a massive renovation. We're super proud to be a part of that. It's kind of the same way we treat our beer in our brewery. We're always adding new tanks and always adding new staff and new talent to the group. So we're kind of it's almost like a symbiosis for us. It's a very similar way we react. So.
You mentioned the transformation. Saucy Brew Works will have a new brew pub in the queue as part of that transformation in the new South neighborhood. What does it mean to you to be a part of this transformation?
So for me, it's really surreal for us to have our beer in the queue and to be such a massive facet in the queue. If you asked me 2 years ago if I thought I would have my beer in the queue, I would have said you're crazy. So we're very proud to be a part of Dan Gilbert's organization and such a championship winning team. It couldn't be any better for us. It's a great organization.
And what can fans expect from this brew pub at the queue?
Yeah, for sure. It's a really cozy space, really well lit. Some really cool, there's a saucy drop hanging in the corner, and there's a really cool beer list. And you'll have eight different beers for sure to try at any given point that should knock your socks off, I hope. That's what we try to do.
We're back here in the cellar where Eric tells me this is where beer becomes beer.
True.
Eric, can you take us through the process of how it all works and what makes your beer special?
Sure. So the basic process is we take raw ingredients, malted barley, wheat, some other grains, hops, water, and we cook them, layman's, and about 5.5 hours later we have the wort, this beautiful sugar-rich liquid that will become the beer. We cool it down and add a very specific yeast, depending on what kind of beer we're making, IPA, a London ale yeast, or something like that. And then in about 5 days it becomes beer. So the yeast metabolizes the sugars into CO2, alcohol, hooray, and some other flavors. And then 3 weeks later, the beer is conditioned into actual, real, drinkable, delicious beer. But it takes about 3.5 weeks minimum to make a really nice beverage.
Wow, I don't think a lot of people know that. Well, what the fans really want to know is what beers will they be able to find at the queue?
There will be 4 for sure that are always on. The Habituale, which is our Kolsch-style German golden ale, super light, very crisp, really drinkable. Our house IPA is the IPA ASAP, so as soon as possible. It's nice. It's kind of a modern American take on an IPA, not too sweet, very blonde colored and very tropical. And then our Love You Bye, which is, it's a funny name, but it's kind of like how I say goodbye to my wife, or like everyone's like, oh, love you, bye, this kind of thing, or just love you, bye. But it's our hazy Imperial IPA, so right around 8%. Also very tropical and juicy. And then the 4th one that'll always be on is our seasonal. So we're going into Hefeweizen season right now, so our German-style wheat beer will be on. And the other 4 we'll just play with. We come up with a crazy creation, throw in some kegs, and send to the queue.